Hello, everyone. As half of the world, or rather half of the online world, that's the US, gears up for Thanksgiving and the Black Friday sales and Christmas and the New Year sales, and the entire world gears up for 2018 and upping their marketing in 2018, I wanted to pop in and share some stuff about content marketing and really your marketing. Now, marketing and content marketing are probably two of the most disliked words after sales in the online business world because so many of us are afraid of it. And I say us because I'm also afraid of it. I don't quite get a grip on it, right? But I think the reason that we are so afraid of it is because there is so much misleading information about it out there, right? If you look at the internet marketing gurus and most of the advice out there, they will tell you to to give away a ton of free value, a ton of free content, to create blog posts and videos and podcasts and whatnot, and a ton of freebies and ebooks and all of those things to connect with your audience, to build your tribe, to get paying clients. And as most service-based entrepreneurs find out, sooner or later, when they split their time between creating blog posts and a YouTube channel and podcasts and all of that different kind of content, is that you could spend a zillion hours creating amazing, awesome, perfect content and still not have enough paying clients. The amount of value you give away in your content, the amount of content that you create, the channels via which you create it, have no direct correlation with the number of paying clients you get. And I think one of the major reasons for that, is that content can be of two types. Not all content is equal, right? Content can be the know, like, trust. It's always funny holding up this, but content can be the know, like, trust kind of content that builds your tribe, that lets people get to know you a bit, to like you and to trust you, that builds that connection, right? And that is what most of the world talks about when they talk about blog posts and podcasts and videos. They tell you to build that know, like, trust factor, to prove yourself as an authority. But then there is the other kind of content that most of us tend to forget about. That is your core marketing content. And most of us forget about it, or we do it haphazardly, or we do it the same way we create the know, like, trust content. And I want you to understand that they are different. And they are both important, they both have their place. But remember in your mind that the know, like, trust content is kind of different from the marketing content. The know, like, trust content is where you're providing value and building that connection. The marketing content is where you're actually aiming for conversion, where you're aiming for sales, where you're aiming to get people to sign up as paying clients, to take out their wallet and work with you, right? That's the end goal of any business. You are in business to make money while also making an impact in the world and changing lives and all of those things. But if you're not making money, it's an expensive hobby. Okay, and we're back. Looks like Facebook dropped off for a while. So yes, as I was saying, know the difference between the know, like, trust content and your marketing content. Now, when it comes to your marketing content, again, the advice out there is to create a ton of content, blog posts, videos, podcasts, Facebook posts, social media, all of that, right? But you have to know that that is just the first step. And the first step is where everyone gets stuck. It's actually a hierarchy of sorts. Right? Yes, can you see this, right? It's kind of like, it's a hierarchy of sorts. It's a pyramid. And at the bottommost part of it are your Facebook posts, your blog posts, your social media posts, etc. And yet this is where I wrote posts, I should have written podcasts, right? So your Facebook posts, your podcasts, your social media, they are at the ground level. And yet that is where most people spend 99% of their time and energy. You spend 99% of your time and energy creating this, right? But that is just a way for people to get to know you, to like you, and trust you. And when they do, it is your responsibility to take them through to the next step. The next step is to get them to sign up for something, to give them a little more value and take them to your website. Why? So that you could track their pixels, and more importantly, so that you get them to sign up for your freebie. In the olden days, it just used to be landing pages that you would drive traffic to, but these days you should be driving traffic to, or leading people to your blog post, and in your blog post have an embedded sign up to take them to the next step, offer them some more value via a freebie, right? So if you look at this, the thing is, you want to structure this as a pyramid. You want to structure an inverse pyramid for value. The Facebook post, the social media post, the podcast kind of whet their appetite. It gets them to question, it gets them to understand that they need and want more. And when they want more, you take them to a blog post or a landing page where you give them, say, 5% more information. Okay. From this, you go to your freebie, which gives them kind of like a 10% transformation or a 10% result. And it is your paid services that gives them that complete 100% result. Now, what most people do is, again, they focus on this part only. Some of them will go hire a copywriter or someone to write blog posts and stuff. But you have to have this entire pyramid in place to actually sign up paying clients. And the reason I've structured this as a pyramid and not the more common funnel is because it lets you see in one shot that you need to build it up and that you need to aim for this, the top of the pyramid, right? You need to aim for paying clients. Okay, so again, now the way you build know, like, trust content is most of us tend to do it on the go, on the fly, whenever we get time. Some people batch it up and create it once a month to schedule Facebook posts and their blog posts and stuff. But it's not aimed at a particular service usually. That's the know, like, trust content. When you're creating your marketing content, I want you to think of a particular service or offering, and I want you to create this entire pyramid specific to that service or offering. Like your Facebook posts offer a 5% or a 2% solution, or start getting them thinking about it. Your blog post or landing page offer a 5% solution. Your freebie offers a 10% solution. And then you have an email nurturing sequence that actually leads them up to your paid offering. Make sense? And this is the part that most people forget or miss out on. They will send emails that have generic info that leads back to more blog posts and stuff, but not directly leading to their paid services. Okay, so this is called a content pyramid. I want you to think about how you can create a content marketing pyramid for your particular service or your particular offering. Now, often what happens, even if you understand the structure of it, when you sit down to actually create it, that's when the gremlins start coming up, right? Is this Facebook post, does it take them to there? Should I write this in my blog post? Will this preview really work? Oh my God, what should I write on the landing page? That's when the gremlins start working overtime, and you question yourself, you doubt yourself, you don't know whether you're on the right track. Sometimes you're so close to the problem that you don't see the bigger picture. You don't see how it all connects up. And that's why I'm running a content marketing bootcamp. We start 27th of November. It's going to be an 8-week program where I guide you through this entire process, creating not just one, but 3 content sets for your offerings. Choose 3 offerings and we'll create the entire content marketing set for that offering over 8 weeks. I'm running a beta version of this group program. It's the first time I'm running it. I've run website bootcamps before, and this is the next step. Because, hey, what do you do after you have your website and your branding, etc. in place? You better get your butt into gear and start marketing your services, right? So 8 weeks, a max of 10 women. We already have 4 women on board. Every weekend, I'll be sending you videos to walk you through what you need to create that week and how to create it. And mid of every week, we'll have a live group coaching call where I will be reviewing all your content to make sure you're on track, to make sure it's cohesive, to make sure you are structuring it in a way that guarantees you a good ROI. Okay? If you'd like to know more about that, comment below or PM me and I'll send you the details. We start on Monday. We already have 4 women on board. It's going to be max something like 6 women. Okay? A quick recap. Remember that your content is of two different types. There's the know, like, trust content and there's the marketing content. Do not mix the two. Do not confuse the two in your mind. Know what know the content, know whether the content you're creating falls into this category or this category. Most people just focus on the know, like, trust category and forget the actual marketing content. Okay. Second part, when you actually create your marketing content, remember this pyramid. Remember not to spend most of your time and energy and focus here, but also to make sure the rest of it maps out cohesively and one step leads to the other. You don't want to lose people along the way. You will eventually, it is a pyramid. Less number of people will flow up the channel, but you want to structure it in a way so that it feels like a conversation. It feels like a conversation in which you're leading them to a final solution. Okay? Okay, if you have any comments, questions, post them in the comments below and I will get back to you later on. Thank you for joining me live. You have a good day.